Hey. Oh my goodness. What's up, my people? Oh my goodness. Um, Something just happened just now. I don't know who pressed start on that thing, but all I know it is capturing. Anyhow, welcome back to another journey with me. It's your sister Kadian, and I thank you for joining me. Thank you for, you know, journeying with me. I want to just share something real quick, a thought. I want to share something really quick with us. And as I share it with you, I'm also taking this word. I'm also thinking about it. It is still a process, even though I am sharing it with you. Do you know the season that you're in? Do you know the season that you're in? I was talking with a friend of mine, and in our conversation, something came up, and we were talking about uprooting. We're talking about uprooting stuff. So she called me and she was, saying thanks for the the video that I posted. I think it's about a couple days ago, not remembering which day I posted it, right? But it is the video that I encouraged us to emancipate our migration. So we're talking about it, and then this thought came up about uprooting, right? And as the thought came, I started to, my mind, my imagination just ran wild, and you know, I started feeding it. And the more I fed it, it's the more, it's a simple thought, but it's the more things were opened up to me. So we're talking about uprooting ourselves. You know, it's never an easy thing to do. When you think about pulling something from its root, it it is painful. There's a lot of things that goes into that little process, right? So you might think you just hold that thing and just pull it up. No. Take for instance, for myself and my family to be here now, we were uprooted from our original place of birth, from our comfort place, from the place that we know all our lives, and we were planted here, right where we're at. So, uprooting and planting. That's the two things that we're looking at, right? And do we know the difference? Because the two can be mistaken, it can be twisted, right? In uprooting, as you say, think about it, you whole whatever it is, it has to be moved from one place to another place, right? Whether it is moving from a place, that place, to a place of where it's going to be permanently, or what's the other word for permanent? It's like I just went blank just now. But whether it's going to be there temporarily, oh, Holy Spirit, hey, you're my teacher. So whether it's going to be there permanently or temporarily, I mean, even that in itself is a process. Remember, I'm using my journey to basically break down or give you an understanding of what I'm talking about, right? So we were uprooted from Jamaica. Destiny calls, purpose calls. So we were uprooted from our natural place of birth, from our family, from our home, from the things that we have accomplished, from businesses, from friends, from our church, from our affiliates, from Everything, we were just uprooted like in a quick time, like, ooh. And everything was just so crazy, and it was painful, it was sad, it was a bittersweet moment. You feel as if you're cutting some ties, you were losing some things. You had us to give away stuff, you sell some stuff, all of that, right? So uprooting, let me look at a tree. Let us look at a tree. To uproot a tree, when you uproot a plant, and don't think of no big gigantic plant. When you uproot a plant, right, you pull it out of its natural habitat. The roots, sometimes some of the roots are left in the ground, some of the roots are broken, they're damaged. Branches, leaves, fruit, if there's fruit on it, oh my goodness. And if those fruits have not reached their state of maturity, then that's a big waste, right? So uprooting, just imagine some of the roots are left in the ground. All of the process, all of the things that you can imagine that I just said, and even more, as you allow your imagination to just, take you to the place. And it is painful, it is not easy, right? Let us look at planting now. If I have a seed, right? I have a seed, or I plant, and I'm going to plant it. First, I have to consider what type of plant it is. And based on the type of plant, then I'll have to know what type of soil is needed for the plant, right? I also have to know the timing and the depth of the hole that you're gonna dig to put that plant in, the position, whether it's a plant that needs sun or it's an indoor. So there's a lot of things that you consider. But in both of them, let me just get to it. In both of them, right? Soil is involved. You have soil, right? You have to have your location, the proper location. You also have to have the tools necessary to uproot and the tools necessary to plant, right? And there are other things that we could compare. Let's just bring this home now. So seeing that uprooting and planting, they're very similar. The process is very similar. For me, what came out of the conversation for me is that I have to be careful to know if I'm being uprooted or if I'm being planted, because they can be mistaken. They can be mistaken. And I just want to also encourage you in your day-to-day affairs, in your career, in your service. Be careful to look out for these signs, because you don't want to mistake you being planted for a moment that you think you should be moving or uprooting yourself. Because uprooting yourself, when you are being planted, you're delaying yourself, you're destroying fruits, like a lot of things that I could go on and on that takes place. So I just want to say this to you. Be mindful. Be mindful of your time and of your season, lest you destroy your fruit, lest you delay yourself and cause others who are supposed to reap and become a beneficiary of that which supposed to come from you to be robbed. We don't want to be robbers. We're not robbers. We're good people. We're loving people. And as you're in this season, be aware, be alert. Blessings to you. Love you all. Walk good.